Hi, thank you for visiting my RC channel. My name is Bill and I'm an RC radio control enthusiast, and I also do RC reviews. Thank you for joining me for this review of this Potensic D50 GPS 5G Wi-Fi FPV Quadcopter drone with a 1080p camera, and this is also called the Mirage Pro. It comes nicely packaged in this box. As mentioned, it's got GPS. It's also got Waypoint navigation. You can use the app, live stream FPV, follow me, should get a reasonable range and distance. Got an out of range alarm. Can also do circle mode or surround flight. Has altitude hold. A one button takeoff and land. Having GPS, also return to home if the battery gets low or if it gets out of range. And a low battery alarm. The camera is adjustable manually. And if you want to fly with goggles, it's got the split screen for the app as well. If we open the box, it comes packaged like this. So let me just pack everything out. So this is everything out of the box. We've got the drone, we've got the radio controller here. That also comes with this handy cover to give you the features for the radio controller. Got our battery, and this is a one cell 1500 mAh 3.7 volt LiPo battery that's modular, and this just goes on the back here, sorry, this way around, and secures onto there. And to release it, got to lift this up and just pull that back. Get the Allen key. We get two thumb screws that go onto gear or gimbal thumb mounts. They go onto here for the radio controller. Just put that back on there. Get 4 spare propellers, which is also good, and also 4 spare caps that go on the top. Get a star Phillips screwdriver, and we get this USB cable to charge the battery. There we go. Plugs in over here. Plug this into the USB source with a maximum of 5 volts output and charge up the battery this way. Now it's got this yellow band on here, and this is basically telling us that to bind, initially you power on the drone, you power on the radio controller, pull the throttle stick down to the bottom, and then just release it, and that should be it bound. So if we have a closer look at this, it's very light. Let me put the battery back in here as well. And even with the battery, it's very light. Let's see how much it weighs with the battery. It weighs 182 grams. The frame is a plastic, but it's flexible and does feel as though it can be quite strong and durable. The body is a very light shell, just with plastic and this white on the top there. Over here we've got an SD card slot, which is good to put in an SD card to record video straight on board. And here's the full HD 1080p camera that is adjustable by just moving it like this manually, so you can set the angle that you prefer. Brushed motors that we can see here, the cordless brushed motors with cooling, which is good. They spin quite freely, but this has a bush and not a bearing on the shaft. Propellers are quite flexible, should be quite durable and have a strong pitch. For landing, just got little rubber pads under the pods here, and it looks as though we've got bright LED lights. So here's an on-off switch on the top here. I press it to power it on. Yes, we can see bright LED lights, green in the front and red at the back. We don't have any lights to indicate the battery level here. I do see a blue light over here at the bottom. Just power it off again, press and hold, and this is it powered off. This also has 3 speeds, 18, 24 and 36 kilometers per hour respectively, and this should have an FPV range of about 300 meters, but we'll see, and should have a longer 2.4 gigahertz range as well. But for this size craft, if we can get 300 meters, that is good. That gives us the functions here, but what's even better is that we've got icons. So this is for return to home, this is for takeoff and land, here to take a video, and here to take a photo. Trim button here, and this looks like the speed button at the back here. And there, to fit in a mobile device, just pull this up and a mobile device fits into here. This takes 4 AA batteries. You need to supply yourself. They go in the back here. And then this cover slides on, clips back on, secures quite well here. And it does feel nice. It's got these round things to hold a grip. Both sticks spring-loaded, particularly for altitude hold. This manual booklet is in various languages, but the first section is English, so we get the diagram. Small writing, not so easy on the eye to read. Gives the details of the transmitter here too. Installing the battery. Attaching the phone to the transmitter. Charging battery. Props, motor replacements. Yeah, we've got compass calibration. So after binding, got to turn it horizontally 3 times and then vertically 3 times. No stick sequence to do it. So imagine once it binds, need to do it quite quickly. And right stick 45 degrees to the bottom right here to do the gyro calibration as well. And we got the unlock functions, 1 key takeoff and land. Other functions, but it seems to be more related to the app. Some more information. And here's the QR code to download the app from either Apple Store or from Android or from the website. And the app for this is called Potensic GPS. And we have components, troubleshooting, and then different languages. We also get a card from Potensic with email support contacts saying thank you and email addresses for support, which is good. The Allen key, I'm not sure what it's for. And the star screwdriver would be for disassembly. The props just have this cover on the top here. And then a screw over here that would need to be removed to replace props. And then this just pops back on there. I guess that you could say this looks like a bigger version of the DJI Rise Tello, but got a lot more body, a lot bigger, and this has a 1080p HD camera as opposed to a 720p HD camera. So let's take this out and see how well it performs, what the camera is like, and how much flying time we can get, and see how the app works too. Yeah, let's see how this Potensic D50 goes. So I've got it powered on and connected to Wi-Fi. Now it's asking to do compass calibration. So I turn it clockwise, horizontally 3 times, and now it's telling me to turn it clockwise, horizontally with the camera, vertically with the camera in the air 3 times. And now that's it. It says compass is calibrated, completed. We've got solid green and we've got solid red lights. Okay, it wants to do an accuracy test, so just go next. Go OK. These are the settings that I've got for it, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Oops, sorry, go back into the app here. Now calibrate of map coordinates. Yes, I want this on, I want this on, thank you. Okay, I don't want the virtual joystick on at the moment. I'll put it into high speed. Take off, yeah. Okay, so we've got Wi-Fi FPV now, telemetry and everything going. Let's calibrate the gyro. I'm just going to pull the stick down and release it. Calibrate the gyro. I'm going to start video using the radio controller here. So if I press, you can see videos recording. Start motors. Start the clock. And I'm going to press takeoff. Okay. And it rises up, but not very high. So I'll bring it up to this height here. And here we are. Okay, I'm going to take it up higher. The lights are quite bright in that. There we're at a height of 7 meters. Camera angle seems okay. I'm going to take it up higher. Climbing nicely. FPV screen looks fine. Okay, so now we're at a height of just over 30 meters. I'm going to do a pan for video. Holding nice and steady there. FPV screen looks good. Okay, so while that's up there, let's have a look at the options here. Let's look at waypoints. Now we're here. So let me draw a waypoint here. And put in one there, oops, another one there. And come back to here. And click on submit. Okay, it's turning, and now it's going down in this direction to the first waypoint. Okay, I set a 2-second stop at a waypoint, so it should now then stop and make its way now to the second waypoint. Okay, bit of a delay, but there it is, going off to the second waypoint. And it'll be a bit of a delay there, and it'll come back to the third waypoint. Okay, so that works quite well. I'm going to just trash that one. And let's just do another one quickly. I'm going to go further this time. So come back here and click on submit. Turning again. And now off it goes to the first waypoint. Okay, I haven't got a big radius, so I could probably zoom out and do a bigger radius, but for testing it to see how it works, it's doing well. Wait for it to go to the second waypoint. I think I'm going to reduce the delay on that, because it does take a bit of a while for it to get going. Now it's going to go turn. There it is at the second waypoint. It is working well. Just I've probably put a bit too much of a delay on it. Wait for it to turn around and come back to the third waypoint. And now it's going to turn. Yeah, now the delay is a bit too long. I'm going to put it back onto 0 for the delay. This is it. So, okay. Waypoints work well. I'm going to trash that. Go back to the main view. Bring it down. Oh, it flies nicely and turns well here. And now I want to test the follow me. So I've got myself in the picture here. I go back to the settings here. Click on the follow me. And let's go for a little walk. And see if it's going to follow. Walk a bit faster and see. It is following. Not keeping me exactly in the picture here. Okay, but I'm turning. And let's see if it turns. Okay, now it wants to go back that way. If I come back in this way. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't really turn if you change directions. But it is still following. Let's just walk away and backwards, see if it'll come down here. Yes, it's following nicely. Go back towards it. I want to go back to where I started. Okay, so behind me, turning, it's got me, and I suppose if I walked, yeah, okay, and then if I walked away, it would follow me. So, follow me works nicely too. Now, I've got low battery warning, and we've been in the air 7 minutes 15 seconds, and now it's going up, and I've set it to go to a height of 30 meters to return to home. So it's going up to 30 meters first. Some nice pictures and views there. Turning, coming in above me. And coming down to land. So I'll let it come down, and then I'm going to stop the video before it lands completely so that we can save video to the SD card on board. Just going to stop video now. See the video stop recording. Coming into land. Okay, just holding steady here now at about 2.5 meters. Let's just see what it's going to do. I've been in the air just over 8.5 minutes. And stop the clock. The flight time over 8.5 minutes, recording video the whole duration. I would have expected flying time to be a bit longer as advertised. At 8.5 minutes taking video, good. The waypoint navigation works well. The follow me works fairly well. But didn't get a chance to test the circle me and also range. So I need to charge up the battery again, and then I'll do another flight and we can test the circle me function and the range too. So annoyingly and unfortunately, there was no valid recording on the SD card, and I then had to trial and test. And although I used a very good class 10 SD card, the only SD card that would respond to this was this one, UAS class U1 SD card. And it records fine whether you press the radio controller or the app, but I tried a few other cards of a lesser class, so this is very fussy about the SD card that you use. So if you have any issues, you'll have to try and use a better SD card to capture videos and pictures on the SD card. And while we're here, it's also very important that your phone must be 5G Wi-Fi compatible. This does not necessarily mean you must be on a 5G network. You can be on a 3G or 4G network, but the phone Wi-Fi protocol must be 802.11 AC compatible, and the best way to check this out is to have a look at your phone's specifications, and under network and connectivity you should see this here, and what you see underlined in green is compatible, and what you see underlined in red is not compatible. Okay, all charged up and ready to go again, so I'm going to start video. Start motors. Press takeoff. Oops. Holding up steady there. I'm just going to turn it to face me. Okay, I'm going to try circle mode now, so click on here. Circle mode. And it's going up. It's going over there. Okay, and there. So it will circle above the position that it starts in, and it looks as though it will carry on circling until we ask it to stop. So, okay, let's tell it to stop. It doesn't seem to want to stop. Right, let me just turn this around here again now. And bring it above my head here. I'm going to just try circle me again. We go there. Okay. There it goes. Turning. Okay. I haven't got the knack of getting me in the picture. I've probably got to do it a little bit further away for circle me mode to work properly first. Let's stop it. Okay, let's take it up and get some video on the SD card here. At a height of just over 30 meters. I'm going to do a pan for video here. I'm getting an alarm. It's not low battery. It might be a little bit concerned with range. And we're going to carry on. It looks good on the FPV screen. Looks fine. Okay, I'm going to stop video. I'm going to take a picture here. There's a picture there. Turn it. Take a picture here. Take a picture here. And take a picture there. I'm going to start video again now. I'm going to bring it down. Okay, coming down nicely and smoothly. Okay, I'm going to try it in a different speed. Do it again. Okay, it does maneuver nicely, it does maneuver well. Okay, the FPV looks as though it's frozen, which is not good because I wanted to test range now. Okay, now we've got it back again. So I'm going to take it up a bit more now. So here we're at a height of about 15 meters. I'm going to take it forward. We're at a distance of 17 meters and see how far we can get before we lose FPV. Okay, we're at a distance of 50 meters and I can still see, and we've got FPV. Still got FPV, and we're nearly at 100 meters. Okay, we're at a distance of 100 meters, still got FPV. Going to push ahead. Mm. 150 meters, I can still see FPV, still going to go ahead. Okay, there we're at 200 meters, still got FPV. I'm actually going to take it up a bit higher now. So there we are at about 30 meters and over 200 meters, and I'm going to still go ahead. Now I'll set the maximum distance on this to 500 instead of the default 300. Let's go. Okay. Now at 230 meters it's complaining. Well, I'm getting low battery, so we can get to 230 meters quite easily. And now it looks as though it's returning to home, which is good. Strange noises coming out here, but we've still got video. I'll stop the video when it gets up to the top here so that I can save it. Here it is above. I'm going to stop video. Okay, stopping video. It's turning around now and coming back down. Just holding over here for now. Waiting to land. Battery at 80%. No battery status. Okay. I'm going to turn off the radio controller. Power off the quad. The Circle Me works well as well. You just need to place it at its distance. This also can do it manually. So if you press down on the left stick here, you can initiate follow me, and if you press down on the right stick here, you can do circle me in manual mode as well. But I don't have enough battery left. You'll have seen the video now and what the video has come out like, and the camera pictures. But basically it works well. We don't get a very long flight duration off of one battery, but the functions and features work very well. It's nice and stable, and we easily got to 230 meters. I would say it might have gone a bit further if we didn't get low battery warning. So overall, a great little GPS FPV Wi-Fi quadcopter drone. So please subscribe, like, comment and share if you like my videos.